Are you paying $22,000 a year in property taxes for bedrooms no one sleeps in anymore? If your kids are grown and your house feels like a museum of memories rather than a place you actually use, you are not alone. In fact, according to a recent report, empty nesters now own 28% of all the large homes in the country. But here in Bergen County, holding on to that big house is costing you more than you might realize. Today, we're breaking down the 5 clearest signs that it is time to start downsizing so you can stop maintaining the past and start making space for your next chapter. By the way, I'm Kathy Banyu, and I'm Elizabeth Hernandez with the Kathy Banyu team in Northern New Jersey. We help people just like you every single week who are selling in Bergen County and looking to downsize without the stress. I have moved 11 times myself, so I know exactly what you're going through. The best way to reach us is to call or text 551-305-4700. The info is below this video. And stick around. At the end, I'll share the #1 timing mistake people make so you don't leave tens of thousands of dollars on the table. The first sign your home is working against you is the sheer cost of your property taxes compared to the space you actually use. New Jersey has the highest property taxes in the nation. Last year, the average bill hit another record high of $10,570. But here in Bergen County, we know it is much higher than that. In towns like Demorest, the average tax bill is nearly $25,000. Think about your daily routine. You spend 80% of your time in 20% of your home. But if you're paying for heat, cooling, and to insure those 4 extra bedrooms and a yard you don't use anymore, downsizing, and you will instantly slash that tax burden, thousands back in your pocket every year. The second sign is that maintenance is becoming a burden. When you first bought your home, a weekend of yard work was just part of the deal. Now it feels like a chore that steals your weekend time. Financial cost is rising too. A recent report shows the average homeowner now spends over $8,800 a year just on upkeep. And because our housing stock in Bergen County is older, your costs are likely even higher. If your home is 40 years or older, you could be looking at over $14,000 a year, a real drain on your cash flow. And if you dread the changing seasons, the leaves, the snow, the spring repairs, your home is no longer serving your lifestyle. Downsizing to a smaller home or a townhouse means trading a to-do list for actual free time. The third sign is all about your net worth. You likely have massive equity trapped in your walls. Bergen County has seen incredible appreciation. The median sales price is nearly $788,000. That is up nearly 5% from last year. If you bought 10 or 20 years ago, you are sitting on a gold mine. The U.S. Census Bureau recently reported that nearly 40% of homeowners no longer even have a mortgage. If your home is paid off, that equity is just sitting there. It's not earning interest. It's not funding your retirement. By selling now, while buyer demand is high and the inventory is tight, you can unlock that cash, buy a smaller home outright, still have a substantial nest egg left over to fund that life that you actually want. The fourth sign is that your home's layout no longer fits the way you live. When you were raising a family, 3 levels and a basement made sense. You needed that separation. But now those stairs, well, they might feel like a daily workout you didn't sign up for. Carrying laundry up and down 2 flights to a primary bedroom on the 2nd floor while your living space is on the 1st, it starts to wear on you. Your home should be your sanctuary, not an obstacle course. Moving to a single-level home, like a ranch, maybe even a modern condo with an elevator, it completely changes your daily life. It brings an ease and comfort you might not realize you're missing until you make that move. Well, the 5th and most emotional sign, you're staying for the memories, not the lifestyle. Your home is where you raised your kids, where you hosted the holidays, a lifetime of memories. But a house is just a container for those memories. Those memories go with you. Often, empty nesters hold on to the big house so the kids have a place to stay when they visit. But keeping a massive home running all year for a few weekend visits doesn't make sense. Your kids want you happy, stress-free, and secure, not burdened by a house that's too big. Letting go of that house doesn't mean letting go of the past. It means making space for your future. Earlier, I promised to share the biggest timing mistake downsizers make. Here it is. Waiting until you're forced to move rather than choosing it. Right now, you have the luxury of time. You can sort through your belongings at your own pace, wait for the perfect smaller home, sell when prices are at a record high. But if a health issue hits, suddenly life changes, force your hand, you lose that leverage. The best time to downsize is when you're healthy, active, and in control. Downsizing can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. With our concierge-style approach, our team handles all the details, from helping you decide what to keep to staging your home to get top dollar in the market. We also put together a free, complete downsizing roadmap that breaks down the exact timing and steps. The link is in the description. Just call or text us, 551-305-4700, or use any of the links below. Let's make space for your dream together.